Audio invite. Whoops. Wait a minute. What was that? Resolution. Oh, okay. There, audio invite. Let me
Go.
get. Oh, and you know what? Oh my gosh. I can't believe this. I left my water bottle sitting on the counter.
Oh, go get it. I
So,
can hold the string. There you go. I'll entertain
okay.
everybody.
All right. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, everybody. If you're just tuning in, this is Stretch talking. Flower went to grab her water bottle, and then we're going to start. And we're going to start today with some exciting announcements about housing, which I am uninformed about. So you'll get to hear my completely raw reactions to it as a huge housing person. And then we're going to continue our adventures and see what Westfield has in store for us. So thanks for tuning in today. Should be fun. Right now, I'm going to see if I can creep on Flower. I don't know where she is inside the town. Oh, there she is. All right, over there. Let's see if I can pop up on the screen.
Hey, I'm almost back.
Hey, welcome. Welcome. I let everybody
I
know you're off to get water. I'm just filling time over here.
I know, like an idiot. I got water and walked away from it and went and posted to X. And then, so I went to get my water bottle. And then I thought, oh, wait, because I thought I'm going to go check because you said you were going to hold the stream. And I checked your sound on my computer, Twitch.
Oh, perfect.
You came through loud and clear and nice.
Hey.
And then I almost got back here and I went, oh my God, I forgot the water bottle again.
No, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Can you imagine if you forgot the water and you're like, oh, I'm back. Oh, I gotta go again.
I gotta go again.
But I'm glad I'm coming through this week. That's good.
You are. Sorry about the crackles last week. I don't know what happened, but
every time I get a new roll.
all right, so that's working. Okay, I just wanted to check again, but the stream's in a commercial, of course.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Of course.
Of course it is.
All right, so okay.
I'm settling in.
It looks like we're back.
I'm here. I
talk.
love it.
Oh, good. Okay, we came through again.
Excellent.
So, oh my gosh, all this modern technology just really. Hey, you guys. So yeah, it's me, Flower Child 567, and of course, Stretch has already greeted you, and I'm late greeting you. But thank you for tuning in for today's The Gold Road Wood Elf Roleplay Theater.
They're after our Lucky Charms.
Oh yeah, I sure forget. My tongue already tied. So okay, here we are getting ready to continue. But I was asking Stretch if he watched the Bethesda live stream today, because there's a whole new housing implementation that won't take place, I guess, until August.
Oh, okay. I was like 3 years from now.
That's like, yeah,
that is
that's
just
like
August.
next year.
That's next month, right? That's cool.
It's whenever they launch, you know, how they say, okay, we're launching this update and blah, 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 blah. But I heard the date of August, and I could be totally wrong. It could be released tomorrow. I don't know. So, but I can tell you what's happening.
So
what's
what are
coming.
they proposing? Yeah, what kind of changes?
Okay, so
near and dear to me.
Yes. Oh, I wonder why it's so near and dear to you.
Could it have something to do with the housing tour that I lead every week? Maybe.
Oh my God, it could. It's so.
Did I tell you about it? You should totally come sometime.
When is it?
It's on the Thursday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific.
Now, is it tomorrow night or tomorrow night?
Oh, it's the 4th, isn't it, tomorrow?
Yeah.
No, I can't imagine that I should cancel it. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
But if you're bored, hit me up. We'll go on a housing tour of our own.
Well, speaking of housing tour of our own, one of the new implementations is, first of all, we're going to have the ability to not only like rate or favorite, we already can favorite our own houses, but we can go to other people's houses and we can favor them, we can rate them, we can recommend them. There's a whole networking system that's going to take place where we'll be able to add in keywords, like tags. We'll be able to tag. So, for example, like let's say my little Bosmere hand fasting Boulder Creek refuge house that just won second prize, by the way.
Hey, congratulations. That's awesome.
So if I went in and I tagged that, of course I would tag it as Bosmere, I'd tag it as Wood Elf, I would tag it as hand fasting or marriage. Some people don't know what hand fasting means. And I would...
Is that when your hands skip a meal and then they get really skinny and get good looking skin?
They do. Yes, you can fit into that white wedding dress.
Yeah, the gloves, you need those special gloves.
Yeah.
That's not hand fasting. Darn it.
That's not hand. No, it's called a red cord that they wrap around and bind your wrists together. It used to be with blood. You'd do a blood connection.
That sounds like a Tamriel After Dark kind of thing.
It is. It actually is. It is.
Okay, so we can put we can put
so
hashtags and tag them and stuff. How do you search that though?
They didn't say hashtag. They didn't say hashtag, but tagging. Like a tagging system. And then yes, there'll be. I'm sorry, he showed, and I was walking in on it, and I was like, what the hell? What? And they will have the ability. So let's say that you want, you don't know how to do any of that stuff, or you're thinking of ideas. You can go into the system and you can search like the Witches Festival is getting ready to come up in October, right? So let's say you have the Hag's Coven house, but you want to decorate it, but you're not sure how. You'd be able to go in and you could do that house only, or you could do witches, or you could do Halloween, or whatever tags words you could think of, and it would pull up all of the registered houses throughout all of ESO.
That's crazy. Wow.
And then you can go visit them. Now you're visiting them solo. It's absolutely solo. But if I'm at my house and a visitor comes in, there can be an interaction there. They come into your domain. So it's not an invisible entity, like where we go view a house for sale, where only one person is there at a time.
Gotcha. So it's not instanced. It's the actual house.
It's the actual house. And so that's a really new thing happening now. Being the streamer that I am, I posted into chat, but let's not forget about the special housing tours that get streamed, where you get to meet the creators and actually ask questions and talk about technique. So they didn't play me, but I put that in there.
Was there any talk of raising item slot limits, or giving us a furniture bag, or break down furniture like into craftables?
No, they didn't talk about that. But one of the cool things, the head of the, that whole department, his first name is Colin. Don't ask me what his last name is. I don't know. But he showed two new houses that are going to be coming out. One is here in Westwold, and one is in Aradon, which Aradon is going to be my next specialty house. I can tell you that much. But it's called Blossom or something like that.
I bet it'll be pretty, because Somerset's so pretty. Ardon's lovely.
Oh my God, it is beautiful. But listen to this. They developed into it. Like there's climbing vines all over the front of the house.
Cool.
Let's say you don't want those climbing vines. You get to click the button and they all disappear.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there's some customization functions that are coming in. Now it's small scale right now. You either can have flowers or you take them off. But look at what they've done with the environmental metrometer or whatever it is, where we get to change our time of day.
Yeah, maybe someday we can click on the house and get rid of it, and then just build on the witch's coven. You could get rid of the hut and then just build on the flat. Wouldn't that be a dream come true right there?
Yeah, I think they're going to continue, because I believe they've recognized that Bethesda, or the, what is it? The big,
Cinemax.
God, thank you. I couldn't I was going to say
Zenithar, because we're doing that.
Zenithar, yeah. They are very aware, very, very aware of the housing community in ESO. They talked about it. They did show some specialty houses created, designed
cool.
by some people that I think that they just happen, that are connected. I don't know. Who knows how these people get connected? But and they showed us some of them, about 4 different houses. And one of the things they did say is that I didn't know any of the names, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm sure you would have known some of the names. But they said that the head guy, Colin, and all of the other people, I guess, in the department, they actually hop around and sneak into homes and look at what we're doing.
Really? Break in and have a look-see, huh?
They're very, very aware of what's going on here. And
see, I knew Flanksteak was a developer this whole time. I'm just kidding.
But they're very aware of the degree of awesomeness, that you guys have with how you can take a housing parcel, and it doesn't even look like it's that housing parcel.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. And then they're very aware also that, there's about 3 different types of how people who get houses. One is they get the houses because they want to have a home base, and they don't do very much in it. Maybe they buy it with the premier of the furniture that comes with it. That's and then they're happy.
And put up some monster trophies and call it a day.
And put up, that's exactly right. Yeah, or they put out a chair that they happen to unearth, or scry.
Right, yeah, totally, yeah. They put all the scrying things over here on this wall, and then, totally.
Or in a clump over in this room, because they don't know what to do with them.
It looks like an episode of Antique Roadshow. Totally.
Yeah, which I actually know a couple of people who that's what they do. They just put it in a room.
Me too.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then they know that there are people who decorate. Like, I would say that I'm coming from the heavy decorator, from that whole genre of people, wanting to take something and make it just incredibly beautiful or very cool looking or, evil looking, whatever, the intent is. And so you take what's already there and you massively decorate it, right?
Yeah, and you're so good at that when you do it to, like, the races, like your Bosmer house, your Argonian, like, it's so authentic. Like, you're honestly really good at that. One of the best people at that, making it authentic and decorating.
Thank you. That means
it's a real skill.
Thank you. Well, and then they are very aware of all of you who come
nerds.
in and and you guys transform it. You guys are transformers.
Yeah, we're there for the artistry, not just the decorating,
right.
or we're there to create an experience or an emotion or whatever.
Exactly. And you create themes, you create, and you create things that you don't normally find in ESO too. Like, one of the houses they showed was by a Japanese artist. I call them artists. But, they had all these cute little, like a little fairy environment that had all these, your favorite, all these little cute mushrooms with faces on them dancing around.
Oh, nice. That's cute. That sounds adorable.
It's very Japanese, isn't it?
It is.
So, yeah. So they showed, stuff like that, where it's just like, oh, how'd they do that, So that's really cool for us. So, like I said, there are 2 new houses coming up, and both of them, the other one that's coming up that's going to be here in Westwald is the 5 companions home. The 5 companions. So this is
Each one has their own. I can't wait to trash Miri's house.
Pre-ESO. No, the companions.
Lore.
Yes, of the Lord. So, you know, Sai and Manny Marco and Lily, you know. I call Lyris Lily because that's what Sai calls her, right?
Nice. Well, that'll be cool, so we can see what their homes are.
Well, it's just one home. It's the 5 companions.
Oh, they live there together. It's like a boarding
They live
situation.
there together, so they're forcing them to be roommates. That was one of their jokes, not mine.
Sounds like an MTV show.
It is. It is when
That's
things
funny.
get real. Yeah. So that's really going to be cool, I think. And then something else that you're going to be interested in, which I can't go in depth into because I had to take a phone call, but they are extending the Infinite Archive.
Hey, that's cool, because I like the archive. That's fun.
And there is what they were talking about, the bit I understood and all of the changes. I'm like, okay, I think I need to get more involved in the Infinite Archive and investigate it. So, yeah, so those are two big things, you know, aside from all the other things that they're bringing out too. So, yeah, and when we get when you want to preview a mount, it's no longer static. You can look at it in all of its actions: running,
oh, cool,
rearing, walking, trotting, sleeping. No, not all of those, but yeah,
sleeping.
Well, I do think we should be able to let them lay down if they want, but okay, whatever.
Right? I just like to see them do when you hit A and it does that whole, like I want to see that thing when they rear up.
When they rear up, yeah. So, yeah, so some cool things they're bringing out some cool things. You know, they're really, I have to say one thing about the developers is that they're really giving us a lot this 10-year anniversary year. They're really showering us with some cool things. My only request now is, can you lower the in-world pricing?
Right.
Can you make it reasonable, especially with the new scribing system and all of that, and the cost is a little astronomical anyways, whatever. Here we are.
Here we are.
A skeleton. A skeleton.
It's not polite to body shame.
I'm not body shaming. I'm
It's
just
so
saying what it
funny.
is. Anyways, so I guess we should get to it now that we've talked for how long now?
You're giving the announcements
15
and all the good
minutes.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, so you know, I at first I thought, just to give you my thoughts. At first I thought that with the new housing solo touring thing people could do, that it was going to kind of maybe mess up the special live stream housing event tours. But the you know who Kia is? Kia.
Yeah, of course.
She was like, no, I don't think, no, because the housing tours you do have such personality, and they're a lot of fun. So,
yeah, I agree. It's about the community, right? We all talk to each other, catch up, we share what we're working on, and
we laugh.
And the other thing that's fun about it is that you never know what you're going to see, whereas if you're searching on your own, you're going to type in hot air balloons or show me only this one property, like it's much more curated to what you're looking for, whereas on a housing tour,
right.
It's like, surprise.
It's like surprise, yeah. So there's still room for some streaming of the housing tour.
Oh, yeah, and even if no stream, it's just fun to go and hang out and talk about houses and be nerds together. It's fun.
Yeah, it is indeed. Well, all right, so what is today? Today is Wednesday.
July 3rd.
It's July 3rd. Tomorrow's my B-Day.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday. One day early. I didn't know tomorrow was your B-Day. Happy B-Day. That's
Thanks.
awesome.
Thanks. All right, so we are doing the Gold Road, and I'm just going to bring up the journal so that we see what we're doing now.
Oh, yes. I believe we're going to the scribe's house, who used to be an adventurer. Talk about some kind of what kind of evil we detect stirring in the land.
Yes, and this is part of the original zone story. It's part of Paths of Chaos, and Laramil told us to rendezvous at Baragon's townhouse here in Skingrad to share information with the retired adventurer turned scribe. So we're meeting at the house here, and I'm just bringing up the map real quick.
Can I just say that Laramel sounds like something that would be like in a fungus cream, like in a foot cream or something, like 5% Laramel solution, like, and it solves like your foot fungus. Like that's what it sounds like every time I hear it.
Oh,
sorry to distract.
That's pretty bad.
I can't let that go.
That's pretty bad. Oh my god. Yeah. Well, here's Skingrad, where we're at. Wonder why they picked Skingrad as the name of this major town here.
Before? I don't know, like a big Nord.
Did it?
I'm assuming.
Did it? I never heard of Skingrad.
I've heard of Skingraft. It's not the same thing.
That's what I think of when I hear Skingrad.
I think that too. It's funny. So you need a 5% solution of Laramel to help it take the Skingraft to be okay.
Oh God. So here we are. We're in the outside of the house. So and I just wanted to show. I was bringing up the map because I was going to open up the zone guide. I just want you all to see. This is our third episode, and we still haven't completed one of the 5 zone story quests.
We're gonna get it someday.
Maybe today is the day. Anyways, it's pretty funny. I look at that with amazement because we've done a lot already.
Oh yeah, it's not like we're lollygagging.
You might be, but I'm not. All right, you ready? Do you feel ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
Well, I'm gonna take a sip of this water that I couldn't seem to get my hands on.
Oh, nice. Nice. I'm stepping into first person so I can really see what we're doing.
I need to do that more. I do that. I've learned to do that in the housing tours, but I need to do that more. Well, hey, out there in Viewerland, I just want to acknowledge we have 102 people viewing us today.
Hey, everybody.
Wow,
welcome.
that's awesome. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you. And it's the holidays, so maybe that's why we've got so many viewers.
Nice to have you with us.
Yeah, so... All right, so we're gonna get into character and begin our adventure.
Right, here we go. Let's do it. Do you suppose Baragon will be happy to see us? Is he expecting us in his townhouse?
Well, he told us to come, so did Laramil, so I suppose all is well and we're expected.
I suppose that's fair enough. I always wonder when you're walking into someone's house.
Well, I'll come after you. You go first.
Very well. Hello?
Hello,
nice
knock.
Place.
Knock, knock. Oh, there's someone standing here. You suppose it's a maid? No, I don't suppose it is. It looks like a ruffian. Maybe it's a warrior.
Right. If I had this much nice stuff laying around, I might want a warrior to walk around in it too.
And look at
Welcome
this.
to my
Everything's so well
friends.
protected.
I can't wait to hear the results of your investigations.
Well, don't look now.
Baragon.
Baragon's expecting us.
So nice to see you. And Laramil, I won't say to you what my friend Taryn is saying of your name, but maybe perhaps he'll share a bit of it with you. And greetings to you, Alea. Nice to see you as well. We've been on the road, traveling to get here. So, Baragon...
I can't believe we found a corrupted seed at Ostermere. That the recollection somehow caused the new forest to overgrow Westweald. Or that my friend Sorelin was involved. Laramil wants to talk to you, but I'd like to hear what else you discovered.
Well, Tribune, Alea, and my friend, my mate and I, we kept recollection and Daedric forces from invading Skingrad at Rustwall Estate.
An invasion
That's
launched
true.
from Rostwall Estate would have taken Skingrad completely by surprise. I'm glad that you and the Tribune were there to stop them. But the recollection working with Daedra? That's a troubling new development.
But you do know Tribune Alead.
By reputation. We only just
Oh.
met. I know she does troubleshooting for Count Calantius, so I figured I might run into her eventually. She apparently heard about me too, and just showed up on my doorstep.
A
You
little
learn
like
anything
us.
else out there?
Indeed.
Well, we did. The recollection was looking for Athelia at Ellingland, but we found her first, didn't we?
We did. Yes, we did.
We
But then
found her
she
first.
vanished.
She
Just
did
disappeared
indeed.
into thin
Oh,
air.
into yes, here, poof, gone.
Ethelia, the Daedric prince you and Laramil are looking for?
Aye,
You met
aye.
her? Incredible! But why is the
Incredible
recollection looking for her? Didn't they... never mind. I think you should talk to Laramil now. I need to consider all this.
Our initial
Indeed.
investigations are complete, Proxy. Let us speak.
Well, Lermil the Wise.
Encountering a material confirmation of... that is, I thought it would take longer for us to find and confront Athelia in person. We determined that my suspicions about the frayed fates proved correct. Each location had a connection to Athelia.
But
So what do those connections tell us, Laramil? I'm unable
Yes.
to
That the
decipher it.
recollection and the Miramor Daedra seek to restore Athelia to power. They cause the New Forest and Wildburn devastation. And Athelia wanders West Weald, starting to remember.
she's quite
For helping me
confused,
reach
she
these
is.
conclusions,
Indeed.
take this reward.
Oh, thank you indeed. Ah, some gold coin we've got
Some
now.
new boots.
Oh, I like the boots. And a skill point. What do we do
Speak
with
with
the skill
Baragon.
point?
See if he has a thought about our next steps. Athelia's presence untethers all consequences. It makes it nearly impossible for me to perceive the threads of fate, let alone determine which threads to follow.
Oh, is that a problem? Most people can't see fate.
Most
Nope, I
people do
can't
not
see it.
bear the responsibility of preserving reality itself. If we guess wrong about what we must do, or simply fail to do it, disaster ensues. I do not like to leave such decisions to chance when the stakes are so high.
Oh, well, so what do we do then?
Trust in Baragon's knowledge of the recollection. There is an anomaly I wish to look into while you and he pursue the cultists and ferret out their plans. Perhaps the Wildburn seed you found in Ostermere is the place to start. I shall find you later.
Oh,
Seems smart to
okay.
talk about the Wildburn seed. It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
It is indeed, but you know, I have to tell you, Taryn, I have to tell you, Athelia was quite nice. I liked her, I did. I didn't see her as a threat to humanity or anything. I felt a kinship with her beyond understanding and reasoning, I did.
She did seem rather nice, but also very confused. And sometimes those that don't know their own mind are the most dangerous of all.
Well, I think we could help her, remember? I think we could just go right in there and say to her now, Athelia, let us be your memory awakeners, and we'll bring you into a coherent unity with the state of the way it is now.
Something in my bones is not comfortable with saddling up next to a Daedra. Friendly or not.
Well, Daedra are Daedra are Daedra are Daedra, indeed they are. But I don't think all Daedra have to be bad. Maybe she's going to show us another side of Daedra. Maybe.
I don't know. I do know that we have to keep her away from the recollection. Those crazy cultists. Who knows what they have in store?
Oh, they're crazy indeed. I think that they've gone off the rocker, they have.
Let me talk to
Well-
Baragon, see what he thinks about him.
All right, Baragon, what do you think?
I've been thinking about Ostamir and your investigations with Laramil and Tribune Alea. The recollection was involved each time. We need to
Indeed.
determine what they're planning next. Maybe the Wildburn seed we found in Ostamir can help us do that.
How can a wild bird seed help us with the recollection?
I'm not a
Yes.
green speaker or a spinner, but I know a corrupted seed when I see one. If we can trace it to its source, I think we can find the recollection. Luckily, there are experts on this sort of thing close by, in the wood elf town of Vashabar.
Vashabar. And could Vashabar's wood elves be involved with the recollection, I wonder?
Ozma, who honor the green, wouldn't have anything to do with a Wildburn seed. But I want to show the seed we recovered to a green speaker. If they can tell us more about it, it might lead us right to the recollection. Help me, and I'll pay your way.
Oh, we like that, indeed, we do. That sounds just right. Just grand, just grand.
You
All right,
had me
thanks.
at I'll pay your way.
Exactly, we like that. Yes, and we'll help you learn more about the Wildburn seed. We will, indeed, won't we, Taryn?
Indeed we will.
Here, just to be safe, you should carry the Wildburn seed. Greenspeaker Derelith and Vashabar should be able to tell us something about
Well,
it.
that's something I need to
Just
ask
follow
you.
the
We
gold
walked
road
in and I
into
couldn't believe the
Dawnwood and
size
turn
of your
north.
house.
Tribune
Is it
Alea
all
and I will
yours?
meet you there.
Yes, big, large house for someone. Well, okay.
I
Is it?
know, it's too much.
Not correct.
During my adventuring days, I
I
helped a
don't-
wealthy Colovian family. They rewarded me with the deed to a grand old empty townhouse. I had enough gold to make this place livable, and it seemed a waste not to use it.
So what's a wood elf doing living in Skingrad?
I've lived
Seems
all
a
over
strange
Tamriel,
place.
and Skingrad
does.
is a nice enough city. Always something happening here, and we get news from across the continent. It wasn't until recently that the people of Westweald started looking askance at wood elves.
What you mean?
Since the appearance of the new
Probably the
forest,
giant forest.
what the Bosmer of Vashabar called Dawnwood, the rest of Westweald has grown nervous and suspicious of all wood elves. I've lived here for years, but suddenly I'm an outsider. Things could get ugly.
Well, now, you said no Bosmer who honors the green would deal with the Wildburn seed, and yet you give it to us to hold on to. But what about Sorlin?
Yes, I'm confused by that as well. Green speakers are mages who work within the Green Pact to shape the forest to meet their needs. Every wood elf village has a green speaker to grow new pod homes or shape useful tools.
Now,
It's an
don't we know
art
this?
my people cherish.
It's why Sorlin working with the recollection. He's a green
You
speaker
saw
after
what
all.
I saw at Ostamir. My old friend Sorlin has lost her way.
Ah,
If she
for
had
sure.
a hand in the use of Wildburn seeds, then she's turned her back on the Green Pact. I'm not sure she can
Well-
do that and still call herself a green speaker.
Well, you know, I'll tell you something about that. The Green Pack has had its day, perhaps, and some of its guidelines, maybe for lack of better word, are a little bit antiquated. Like, for example, I do like to eat. Well, okay, we'll not talk about that. Okay, we've got enough already. Someone's standing right in front of me. This big oaf of a man called Lork Heracon came and stood right in front of me. Did you not see that?
It was quite rude. He apparently wanted Baragon's attention.
I guess, Baragon, I hope you didn't give him your attention because I know we were quite involved talking. Well, now, all right, let's look at this. We've got a mission now, don't we? Seeds of suspicion, and we have to go to Vashabar. All right, let's look on the map, I suppose. Well, first, I guess I'll look on it from
There we
here.
go.
You find it, Vashabar?
I found it.
Is it far from where we are?
It's a bit of a walk, but not too bad. Southwest of where we are now. We can take a way shrine and get right close to it.
Yes, let's do that. That's easier. Let's magic away ourselves.
Right, see you later, Baragon.
Bye, Baragon, Laramel, and
I'll bury the seed, as
Aaliyah.
I'm already cursed, as you can see by my skeleton
Well, I hope
face.
you're holding it tight now, are you?
Oh yes, I won't let this out of my sight.
Good.
I've never
'cause
seen a wild burn seed before.
I don't think I'd like to hold it myself because I think
The new
that
forest worries me.
perhaps it
Nothing
might
natural ever grew that quickly.
it might conjure some more images in my mind about the green things that smell so good and that my tongue knows upon licking them taste quite delicious.
You're wise to avoid it. I can feel a deep humming coming from within it. And for some reason, it makes me feel like I want to put it in the ground, and I'm afraid of what might grow if I did it.
Oh dear. I wonder what would grow. Do you think we should do some experimentation here and put it in the ground and see what would grow?
I don't think it's a good idea. What if it grows into something and we've got no seed to hand over?
Well, then it would, but if it grows into something, won't it be giving us some more seeds?
We need to head down to the road down here and make for an easier journey.
All right, let's do that.
Here we go.
All right. Are we riding or are we walking? I've got me, my little beastie here with her horn on her head.
We can ride.
Well, look at this. Have you ever seen something like that walking across the road?
It's a monkey. I couldn't tell quite what it was. It was so quick.
Well, I didn't think it was a monkey. I thought it was maybe some. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't imagine. It went so fast.
Well, this is a lovely ride, isn't it? This forest is quite beautiful.
I like this forest. I was thinking that it would be nice to build a tree house up there. But they say there's lots of monsters here. I haven't seen many monsters. Have you seen many monsters since we've come into this part of the world? Look at this.
Have you seen the face? I think you've definitely seen a monster.
Well, okay, aside from you, you're just cursed is all. One day you'll lose that thing, and then we'll see a different you, and we'll be so surprised we'll faint. What's this on the left? What? You see here now, I think we're right upon a place called the Singer's Outpost. You think we should stop by there real quick? It's just right here. It's just right here.
Let's go see.
I mean, if it's singing, I'd like... Oh, look at this. This is quite lovely. Ah, look at this. You see this?
Oh, quite nice. Little lanterns hanging.
I have them lanterns. I do have them lanterns, but I like the arch. Have you seen an arch like that before? It's quite nice.
I've not seen one like that before. Do you suppose they grew the trees in that formation when they were very tiny?
Oh, I think so indeed. And they've woven them together and they've made this nice little arch. Oh, you went the wrong way. Taking a shortcut, were ya?
Well, you never know. There might be a treasure chest or something interesting over here. They want you to go over there where the door is.
Well, I went the right way. I went the right way. I took the path and it brought me here. Oh, look at here. Look at, I think there's some things in here we can be crafting up.
Oh, this is quite whimsical now, isn't it? Look at all these lanterns.
Have you ever heard of the Tarrikers strike? That's what this is. The Tarrikers strike. I've never heard of that before. Wonder if it's a new one. I wish we could see what it looked like. That's okay. Here's something for the ears of the gods that listen in. We should be able to look at something like this and click on it and get a preview of the clothing that it sponsors. What do you think?
I like that
What do you
idea.
think?
That way you can be
Is that-
sure you're making a good decision.
Yeah, that's a grand idea, I think. Here's some stairs. If I know anything about chests, they're up the stairs. Someone was cooking them some fire. Look at this, has been lived in. There's all kinds of things.
I'm not surprised. It is a nice looking place.
I think we could mend this and make it looking really nice. Indeed we could, yes. But this is made by someone who thinks ghosts are about. Stairs go up to nowhere. Doors open and close and nothing on the other side.
That's a bit strange.
Yes, it's very strange. Look at, I've never seen this instrument, this tool right here. I think this is called a honing wheel. Is it a honing wheel where they
Yes,
put
use it to sharpen your knives and things.
I want that. I think I should be able to have that in my own home. I want everything I see. Have you noticed that?
Who can blame you? It looks good.
All right. So
Shall we continue up towards Vashabar?
Yes, thanks for indulging my curiosity.
Of course. We hop over this way. It's a shortcut to the road, I think.
You and your shortcuts, they always take us into peril. Watch out, there's a snapweed right there behind you. It almost got you, it did.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
look
found a
at you, got a
runestone.
rune stone. I just really love this arch, I do.
It is very comely, isn't it?
It is indeed.
I'm going to sneak behind this bear. Hopefully he doesn't
I
hear
don't-
us.
I don't want to kill him either.
Whoa.
What indeed is this? Have you ever seen such a root
Look
grow
at the way
like
the roots
this?
have grown. It's crazy.
you
It's like a
see this?
corkscrew.
And it's got all these beautiful flowers all over it. Wow,
As
that's
pretty as it may be, you can't tell me that's completely natural. I've not
It
seen
isn't.
roots grow that way before.
I haven't, but I'm liking it. I am. All these twisted trees. Yeah, well, don't you remember from our ancient lore, the twisted trees they talked about? 3 times 3 by the twisted tree, may the earth give way to what must be. Don't you remember these
It sounds
chants
like a
that-
nursery rhyme to scare children. It
Well,
tree. Its bark is meaner than its bite or some such.
but look at we're among the twisted trees. Look at, there's a way shrine over here. We
I
might
should definitely go up and
back.
make sure and have a look at it.
Yes,
See if
and
it's
I
safe
think
for
that
traveling. But we
I
are
think
definitely
so.
here. We've arrived.
We have indeed. Oh, that's a gorgeous way shrine.
Wow,
Whoa,
look at
this is gorgeous.
That is a fine way to incorporate the natural with the supernatural.
It so is. I think all of the way shrines in Westwold should look like that, not just be blue flame fountains. I want a way shrine like that. I do.
Indeed. It's very attractive.
Done here.
Here's the
Great,
person we're
you
supposed to
arse.
talk to right here. He's would just
Hifrisburn.
stay still.
Fine!
All right, let me go talk to her. Hello.
Are you sure we're
You
supposed to be talking
rotten
to her?
ruin of all the
Yes.
days! I'm sorry you had to see that, traveller. Our family drama is a poor welcome to Vashabar. Those 2 old
Yes.
timber pigs were our fathers. My beloved Clendigal and I simply can't get them to see reason.
See reason about what?
We want to be married, and our fathers, trees take them, won't hear of it. You just saw the backside of an argument we've had many times. This was the last. Clen and I are going to leave. Start a new life. Can I ask a favor? I have coin.
Well, wait. Before you ask me your favor, let me tell you, if you're looking for a nice hand-fasten abode, you can come to me own home. It's called, what's it called? Taryn, what's it called? The Boulder refuge. What is it
Boulder
called? I
Tree
forget.
Refuge.
Boulder Tree Refuge. Now, and is it in Gratwood? Do you remember where it's at? Gratwood, Grasswood,
I think it's in the
Green,
Green Shade.
in
Green Shade
Green
proper.
Shade. Yeah, Green Shade. If you're willing to travel, you can go there. You can have a hand fasting rite. You can make offerings to Hercene or Diabella or even anyone you want to. You can, and then there's even a feast all prepared for you. Yeah, don't look so solemn, girl. You've got lots of options here,
Now,
and
before
there's
you
even.
take my friend upon her hospitality, may I ask you, what's the favor you been needing? And why won't your own fathers let you wed?
They don't see eye to eye on anything. It's like they want to grind each other into bone meal. Long story. If
Sounds
you're
like they were
inclined, find my
friends.
Agawen Cyril and tell her we're leaving. We need supplies and she might be willing to help us.
Oh, we can do that. We'll find Agawin Cyril and let her know your plans.
Cyril's my aunt. She owns the beer garden at the center of town. You can't miss her. Ifrey, the singer himself, must have sent you.
A beer
Thank
garden,
you,
you
traveler.
say?
Yeah, yeah. And you said your fathers want to grind each other into bone meal? Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
what, they
slightly
hate each other like
exaggerating.
that.
But while the language of my people is expressive and beautiful, we have no word for fundamentally disagree with to the point of violence.
What do they disagree on?
My father's a Green speaker and devout follower of the Green Pact. Clendigal's father is an important envoy for King Nantharian's Dawnway. If they weren't so worried about appearances, they'd have punched each other in the bits by now.
Well, tell us, why don't they approve of your marriage? Is it because of their views?
They hated our match long before we crossed the River Strid and Vashabar was grown. But the last few months have been tense to the point of breaking. We tried one last blighted time to convince them, as you saw, and failed spectacularly, damn it.
Well, why can't you just get married? Ignore what your fathers think. I don't care what
Eh.
my parents think.
Exactly.
Ah, what a brilliant idea! Sorry. Perhaps where you're from that's an option, but not for us. Without the blessing of our fathers, not a soul in Vashabar would accept our union. That's just how we are.
You don't have anyone else who could bless your wedding? I'll bless your wedding.
Or just move away.
We've plenty of family friends, but no one like that. Oakenbow. Clem and I both lost our mothers when we were young. It's one of the things that drew us together. We need our fathers to consent. Or we need to leave.
But you said your families hate each other.
I'm slightly exaggerating. But
Okay.
while the language of my people is
Now the truth
expressive
comes
and
out.
beautiful, we have no word for fundamentally disagree with to the point of violence.
We've already asked you what they disagree on. You haven't really told us anything.
Right,
But
can
I'll
you
tell-
instead tell us about Vashabar? I'd like to learn more about it before we go talk to
Cyril's
some
my
other
aunt.
people.
She owns the beer garden. It's our newly grown home. We're a clan of wood elves,
Didn't want to
originally
mention
from
the Black Sea.
Valenwood. We follow the Green Pact, but a number of us support the Dawnway as well. We crossed the River Strid when the forest of Valenwood extended into Westweald.
Oh, you said Valen would cross the river.
Depends who you ask. Some believe the Green grew the forest and led us here to establish Vashabar. Those who follow the Dawnway see it as a sign we were meant to reclaim the land of our ancestors, provided you believe we're descended from Aeliads.
Well, aren't we?
What was that name you called your aunt earlier? Agawin? We're supposed to talk to Agawin.
It's a family nickname for my Aunt Cyril. Agawen means something like wise woman. I think it's an old joke between her and my father. In kinder times, he encouraged us to appreciate our culture and use our language.
But how do you feel about the Green Pack?
Most days, proud, actually. I'm training to be a Green speaker myself, following along the leaf trail of my father and his father before him. Obstinate old Gratoke that he is. I love him, damn it. I just wish he'd listen to me.
Well, listen, lass, I do love this outfit you're wearing. I hope it's an outfit I'll be able to get and wear myself one day. Don't you think, Taryn, that it's quite comely? Look at how nice it is.
It is
These
a lot of
boots.
fancy beadwork.
Oh, yes, indeed. It has the reminder of the lizard people's ways, don't you think?
It does have a hint of Argonian about it, although the piping is very, very well done. That kind of craftsmanship generally doesn't come from the lizards.
Well, that's true. But look at the stones all around her arms. That's really quite lovely. Well, all right, I suppose. Now, let's see. I suppose, did we gain another one? The voice of the village, we did. This is a side quest, you know, but we are good at doing those little side quests, aren't we? Shall we go talk to her, Auntie, and get this done with?
I don't know. I'd like to get this blighted seed out of my bag.
Well, we're going in the same
Drive me
direction.
crazy. Okay, we'll see if we
look it.
find her aunt, and maybe a beer will suit my nerves.
Yes, I think, and plus we're going to the same place. Look on your little map. If you look on your little map, we're going to go to the voice of the village in a circle, and then right there, talk to the green speaker. Right there.
Perfect.
You see it?
I do.
So all right, we're going in the right direction. All right. All is good all is very good. Oh, is this a guild? Is this a merchant or a guild? I always forget. Gifts of the Green. Let's go in here and go shopping.
Oh, let's see what
Maybe
they got there.
Yeah, let's see what they got. No, it's just a merchant, is
What
it?
brings you to Vash?
Well, I just wanted to take a look-see. Okay, thanks.
I don't know how she stays in business selling that kind of crap.
I don't know either. I thought perhaps she had something fundamentally different than other merchants. But
Yeah, you never know. It's always worth a look.
Do you see this man with his helmet head? Look at his helmet head. Oh, he looks like the fool of the fort. The Almadon has come to this little village.
There's a man down here throwing fire about.
Oh, they're
That's
just
interesting
charming.
to see.
They're like a little carnival, they are. Oh, I wonder what he... And isn't he a dark elf? He is. And he has...
is.
Look at his eyes. His eyes are white as... Oh, the clouds above.
You suppose he's blinded from the light.
Oh, blinded by the light. Yes, indeed
perhaps.
he is. Indeed. Yes.
All that fire.
Oh,
there we
that
go.
fire.
People are drinking. That means there must be beer about.
Oh, right here we are.
found
I
it?
see it. Yes, I see it right here. I think,
here we are.
Yeah, I think right over here is this gal we need to be speaking to. Oh, look at it. A lore book is right here on the table called On Wathmeath. Oh, it's all about the imports to Skingrad vintages. What's really nice. I guess Rotmead is their specialty here. Maybe, perhaps. Do you think?
Well, it's actually something that the wood elves themselves brew.
Well, that's what I mean here. Well,
Oh,
I
of
know
course,
that.
I'm assuming that's what they got
Yes.
here, but I don't think it's for anyone but the wood elves.
Well, it is. It's for us. Indeed it is. But do you think it's their specialty here?
Well, I wonder, perhaps
Welcome, traveller.
Agawin can
This
tell
is
us.
the Vashabar
Hello,
Garden of
Agawin.
Ale. I'm
We've
the
been
owner
asked
and
to talk
host,
with
Cyril.
you.
Did I hear Ray's voices just now? Was that Lainey and her father?
Yes, you
Garden
heard
Ale.
right. Yes, you heard right. Yes. Let's see. Lainey and Clindagal are fed up. They want to leave and start a new life.
Green
It's
preserve
true.
me. My brother Nidalee are an old mint for the problem here, sure enough. They've never seen eye to eye. But since Vashabar grew, their views have petrified like ancient bark. Neither will bend, but it's the lovelies who suffer.
Well, now, the couple wants you to gather supplies for their travel. Will you help them?
And it
Easy
certainly
enough.
wasn't me who suggested they
I'll
pack
do
up
it.
and leave to go to
But
another
look,
place.
Lainey and Clendigal deserve love and their village both.
I won't.
Can you go talk to those old goats? Tell them their children plan to leave. Maybe that will make them finally see reason.
Well, Lonnie seems sure they wouldn't change their minds.
How can you... Ah, I have just the thing. Take these. I brewed up a few casks of Jaga earlier this week.
Oh, yum.
Offer them a drink, and maybe they'll be more inclined to listen. I'll be over by the stables when you're done.
Well, you know, I've never seen Jaga invisible before. I've only seen it either in a bowl or in a mug, and you just handed me something invisible. How do I know what you gave me is Jaga? See, that's something that kind of blew my mind just then. It did. She said she handed us some Jaga, some casks of Jaga. Did you see any Jaga?
I did not see any casks of Jaga.
Well, we'll give them the Jaga and see what they have to say. Then I suppose we'll see you at the stables.
Those old manners should be in pod houses around the village. And don't worry if they get cranky. They're more bark than branch, if you take my meaning. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
Is there anything else we want to talk about? Do you have some questions for her?
I'd like to know if I can get myself a beer. Do you have a beer for me?
Of course. You're kind to involve yourself in affairs of the heart like this.
Perhaps
Oh,
we
look
can
at
get
that.
Jaga.
Tradition, belief.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh,
great.
my
Oh,
brother.
she's cleaning a mug out for
What a
me.
mess.
Oh, that's nice. And what do you want Lainey and Clonigal to marry?
I want them to be happy, sap sweet as that is. They've put off their own plans for years now, first supporting their fathers and then the village. If they want to stand and be married, Ifrey himself couldn't dissuade me.
Why does Lonnie call you Agawin, Cyril?
Since we were kids, I've been trying to get Nedelir to listen to reason. He may be a pillar of the community now, but to me, he'll always be my little brother. He thinks he's teasing me by calling me a wise woman, but I secretly love it.
And why were you so quick to help the couple?
In Valenwood, the oldest trees are revered, but the long shadows they cast can strangle saplings before they take root. Minth and
Indeed.
Nedelir are much the same. They're giants, but we need new growth to secure the future.
What's in this Jaga you gave me?
Pig's milk, primarily. It's my own
Pig's milk.
recipe, so there's a bit of this and a
Indeed.
bit of that in there for flavour
Oh.
and body. If you like that, you should taste my rot meth. I've been brewing a batch for Lainey's wedding ceremony since she was a baby.
Ah, indeed. It's nice and fermented then. Haven't you met me little pig that I have at me? What's the name of it again? I have a memory that's like a drip today. Everything just keeps moving away from me.
Do you mean
dripping
your
away.
little spotted pig
drip,
pet that you had?
drip. Yeah, the little spotted pig. And I've got that big batch of that big cask of the pig's milk fermenting.
Have you been
Yeah.
milking that tiny little piglet?
I
and
have
sticking it in a cask?
indeed. I have
Wow.
indeed.
That's crazy
Yes.
to me that you could get any milk at all. You get a
Yeah, and-
thimbleful at a time.
Well, that's why I've been doing it for quite a while. And you know that honey mead I've been trying to make is almost done too. I have it, it's delicious, I might say myself. And I did add some of the honeycomb into the Jaga cask. Don't tell anybody, that's my own little addition to the traditional recipe.
Well, now that sounds delightful. What's alarming to me is squeezing out enough milk from that little piggy to maybe put cream in your coffee. How long have you been storing that milk?
Well, I'm telling ya, it just happens. Every day I squat next to her and I say, "Piggy, piggy, little piggy, let me squeeze your teats." And then I go squish, 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 squish. Ah.
I'm going to have to try that the next time I'm out with the ladies. I don't think it's
Oh.
going to go so well.
Oh, I don't think that's going to work at all for you. I
What's
think
the
you're going to get a
song?
slap across the face. Look at over here. We've got some food and stuff. I want to take these things. My fingers have been itching. I need something to take home as a souvenir from this land. And I haven't found anything worth taking.
What about this prairie dog? He looks good to go.
That little prairie dog sure is cute as a button, isn't he? Hey, look
cute.
at, I think right here is someone we might want. Guess
Oh,
who
a cow.
it is?
What's the
What
green
exactly
speaker
are you
himself,
implying,
herself?
Calovian?
I'm
Yes.
not implying. I'm saying it outright. This land wasn't yours to grow a forest over.
That's enough,
American.
Tribune.
Fine.
Yes.
You and the mercenary handle it.
Oh, I'm not a
Apologies.
A
mercenary.
Colovian soldier can't just stroll into our town and throw around accusations.
Oh, I
If
would
not for
agree with you on
Baragon,
that.
he may not be part of our settlement, but his good works are known to us. Well, what is it? What did you bring to show me?
Oh, let me tell you something. I'm a Bosmere too. And so is Taryn. We're both Bosmere, and you need to speak kinder to us, not with a frown and not snapping our heads off. We're not like that Colovian soldier. We're not. Well, we found this seed in Ostamere, and Baragon thinks you might be able to tell us something about it.
The seed is
Does
very
he?
strange.
Well, let me
Do you
take
know
a look.
anything?
Indeed.
This appears to be a green spring seed, but it's unlike any that I've ever worked with before. It's infused with strange energy.
Well, what's a green spring seed? Have you heard of that?
Green
Taryn?
spring seeds are what green
No, but I
singers
can
use to grow
feel
new
the
sections
energy
of
she
forest and shape
describes.
them into enclosures and settlements. We use some to create Vashabar, but this one is corrupted. Still, something familiar. Wait, I've sensed this before.
Ooh, you seen something like this before?
Where?
Where?
I was out exploring.
Yes.
Dawnwood may be a blessing, but I'm curious as to its origin. And the devastated area troubles me. I ran into wood elves with a covered cart. There was a whiff of strange magic about it. It must have been one of these seeds.
That sounds mighty suspicious now, doesn't it?
It does indeed. And where
Where-
did you see? Yes,
Yeah, where
where?
exactly did you see this covered cart? Perhaps we can
Here,
go investigate.
I'll mark your map. I met the wood
Oh,
elves with a
thanks.
covered cart in the hills east of Leftwheel. If you find more of these corrupted seeds, burn them. And don't worry, I'll destroy the one you gave me after I finish examining it.
Now, why does she get to examine it, but we weren't able to do our experimentation with it? Can you answer me that?
But what I'll say after carrying it for a while, I don't want any more to do with it. You can feel the strange thrumming in your bones.
Well, all right. And let's say Tribune Aaliyah thinks some of your people might be part of the recollection.
Yes, what do you
and
say
you've
about
the
that?
attitude of one.
The Tribune sees a threat in the eyes of every Bosmer, but she may not be wrong. I've heard rumors, secret gatherings, elves taking up paths walked before we accepted the Green Pact. Some who follow the Dawnway may be tied to the recollection.
The Dawnway. Now, what's this?
Our new settlement consists of two Bosmer factions, those who observe the
here we
Green
go.
Pact and those who follow the Dawnway. These elves cultivate crops and harvest wood, but they would never abuse the Green's gifts by corrupting a Green Spring ritual.
What? We know all about the Green Pact. What do you have to say about
We
it?
Wood Elves are children of the Green. Long ago,
Yes,
we
indeed
swore
we
to
are.
never harm the living forest. We do not cut wood or pluck fruit. In exchange,
Uh-huh.
the forest shelters us and shapes itself to our needs.
That's
Those who follow the
true.
Dawnway walk a different path.
And how did you grow this forest so quickly?
We had nothing to
Yes,
do
but I
with the
say
appearance of
suspiciously
Dawnwood.
quickly.
King Nantharian tells us that it is a natural
Suspiciously
extension of
quickly.
Valenwood. That its sudden growth is proof that we are meant to reclaim our rightful heritage of this land.
Oh, this is all so crazy to me, Taryn. I don't understand it.
Dawnwood, Valenwood, King Nantharian. What are you
Dawnwood
talking
is
about,
what we
lass?
call this new forest. Valenwood lies to the south, just across the Strid River. King Nantharian gathered Bosmer, who wanted a fresh start and took advantage of the new forest to build the Vashabar settlement.
Well,
Doesn't sound
you know,
right. We found the
it doesn't.
recollection. They said that they created the new forest over in Ostamere.
They did indeed
That makes
say
no
this.
sense. No ritual I know of can make a forest grow so quickly. If the corrupted Greenspring seed, this Wildburn seed, is capable of that, I really must study it. I need to determine if the seed's taint has spread into the green.
Taint? If the seeds have taints?
This corruption and strange energy you sensed, do you know what it is? Is it coming
I
from the
need to
seeds?
conduct tests, make a detailed study. But if I had to guess, I think it carries a whiff of Daedric magic, which could explain the unprecedented explosion of energy and the area of devastation along the border, the Wildburn.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Now, when we leave her, I have a question for you.
Yes, and I have something to say to you too, but I think we say it in private. Baragon, what do you need now?
Now that she mentioned it, I've heard of Greenspring seeds. If the recollection was able to corrupt the sacred seeds of the green with Daedric magic, that's unthinkable.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go look for that cart, we should talk to King Nantharion first.
And why? Why?
King Nantharion's an interesting person. Charismatic, a visionary. He
That
saw
sounds
an
like you're taken by
opportunity
the
and
man.
rallied wood elves to follow him and start this settlement. As I understand it, he leans toward the Dawnway more than the Green. We need to warn him.
Warn him about what exactly?
Yes, why warn
That his
him?
followers are in danger. While drawing wood elves away from the Green is next to impossible, Green speaker Sorrelin notwithstanding, the followers of the Dawnway are ripe to be recruited by the recollection. The king needs to know.
Well, this is all so crazy. I think my head is beginning to throb a little. I think I need to have some of that chaga that Cyril was telling us about and catch up with you. And we'll go warn the king before we go to find the cart the green speaker told us about. But we might need a minute. So, let's go outside. It's a bit stuffy in here.
Too many ears and eyes in there.
Very, very much so.
And they're following us. Do you suppose we're going to get a moment's rest to talk without them?
Don't follow us around now.
Wow. They
don't
really
follow
don't want
us.
to let us talk amongst ourselves. Just like,
What
go
do you
talk to
want?
the king now.
Go
I
talk.
suppose we have to...
Oh, God. All right, we'll whisper.
Maybe I'll whisper to you. I'm wondering if the Daedric magic that's affecting the seeds in the forest are coming from the new prince that we spoke with. But maybe not to her knowledge. You think the same thing?
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking that maybe Etheria has something to do with all this, but she doesn't know about it yet. And I'm thinking that maybe she awakened and this forest cheered with celebration of her awakening.
And sprung into being.
That's right. This is for her. This is for her. This is her forest, not
That does seem
ours.
to make the most sense to me. And now we've got the recollection who's deciding to take advantage and side with the Dawn folk who believe that the forest is some kind of magical, I don't know, prophecy or some such, that they're fated to take back their lands because of their alien ancestors.
I think I need to pull this. I think I need to pull this skeleton mask off your head here. Let me grab it from the
Are you
front.
having trouble
and
hearing me now? Or are you just saying my brain's not right in there? It's not screwed on properly.
No, I heard you just fine. What do you want, Alea? Could you mind? I'm having a word with me man. Now leaving me alone. Come here. Come over here. Go talk to him.
They won't stop following me.
They are really like little
It's
hound
almost like they've
dogs.
never seen a tiny person with a skeleton head before.
I think not. I think that you're very strange. I want to tell you something, one last little bit of information before it drips out of my head and I can't remember it. Think of what the recollection means. Think of what the recollection means. What does the word
like remembrance?
recollection? Yes, recollection. And they're trying to recollect. They're trying to recollect the Daedric prince.
I see what you're getting at. That could be quite dangerous. Can you imagine if they could manipulate the Daedric Prince into doing what they want. Those crazy
Well,
cultists.
Now think about this too. So it's our fellow Bosmere, yes?
Yes,
The
true.
Wood Elves. And we know the green. We know the green living. We know the whispering from the roots of the trees. We understand everything that comes to life here in this environment. And look at how grand it is. It's bigger than any wood we've ever lived in.
Well, that's
Bigger.
true, and it's quite attractive as well. It's very beautiful.
It's gorgeous, it is.
Perhaps it's not an evil, bad magic. Perhaps it's accidental.
I think it's really the earth saying our memory is being restored. Perhaps that's what Athelia is, the memory of the earth and all green things. I don't know, maybe I'm way off me rocker,
So
but
we'll be returning to our roots, as they say.
yes, indeed. What do you want, Baragon? Can't you go away, man?
They're trying to get us to go to the king. Perhaps we should go
All right,
before they
let's
get too
go to the
impatient.
king. I don't know. I'm just saying to you what's in me mind. I don't know. It's probably all fake.
Oh
what
no,
I'm
I think
saying.
you're right on there. I don't think you're far off at all.
You don't
It
think?
makes sense. It makes sense to me.
I just have me this feeling in the bottom of me toes that Athelia, this Daedric prince, is not as bad as all Daedric prince have been made out to be. I don't think so. Oh, look, let's get some of that yaga before we go. Can we have some more of your yaga? Cyril, can we have
Those
some
old
more of
manners
your
should be in pod
yaga?
houses around the village. And don't worry if they get cranky. They're more bark than branch, if you take my meaning. Was there
I've
something
got a
else you
feeling we're
wanted
going
to
to need
talk
to drink
about?
more after we speak to the king.
All right, we'll come back to see you. Can you have us some ready to go? God, they won't get off me. They're like hounds sniffing at me butt.
Here's how I'm guessing this is going to go. Oh, thank you for the information. We're investigating. Perhaps you can investigate for us and they're going to send us off.
Yeah. Go get this. Go fetch that. Can you kill this person for me? Can you take care of that?
Too
They
busy
always...
sitting in my hammock in the tree to go. Perhaps
Yeah.
you should have a look.
Exactly. Who's this guy right
I
here?
never thought I'd miss Skingrad. But there's
Well, then
nothing
go
to
back
drink
to
here
Skingrad
except
if you miss
fermented
it.
milk and meat juice. I'd take
Well,
an
that's
axe
good.
to the face for a bottle of wine to toast a job well done.
He's complaining about not having beer.
King Nantharian sees no one without good
Now
cause.
there's a complaint I
We have
actually
good cause.
understand.
We've come to warn him of a danger to
Forest springing
Vashabar.
up out of nowhere.
Very well.
New
But
princes
the legionary
showing up.
must remain here.
Having out
Fine.
of beer.
I'll wait
There's
here.
a problem I could address.
Thank you, Tribune.
All right, we get
Come,
to
friend.
talk to this king. All right, we're coming in.
Perhaps that'll let us slip our pursuers here. Hello.
Hello, my high and mighty.
One diplomatic incident averted.
Oh.
So far, so good.
Oops, I'm
Go
talking
ahead
to
and speak with
Baragon
the
by
king,
accident.
friend.
Yes, okay,
Tell him about
thanks. Yes, okay, I know how to tell him.
Greetings, stranger. All are welcome in Vashabar. But tell me, who enters my humble abode with Baragon, the hero of Ninglinir Pass? And what was that about a danger to our unassuming town?
Well, I'm Thalara, Wild One, and this over here is Taryn Bloodthistle. And Baragon thinks a recollection may be recruiting its members from among your people.
The Recollection? Yes, we have heard of this new order, but it has nothing to do with Vashabar. Do you really expect to find such violent agitators in this peaceful hamlet?
Greenspeaker Sorlin is from Vashabar, right? She's a member of the Recollection. Did you know
Indeed.
Greenspeaker Sorlin helped us settle Dawnwood and build our town, but I haven't seen her in weeks. I assumed she had done her part and returned to Valenwood. Not everyone is prepared to break away from the familiar and start anew.
Well, we also took a corrupted wild bird scene from the Recollection and we gave it to Greenspeaker Derelith.
I
What do you
carried it
think of
myself.
that?
Wild burn
He
scene?
did indeed.
I've never heard of such a thing. But then again, I'm not a greenspeaker or a spinner. And what did Derelith make of this strange seed? I know she's been trying to determine how our Dawnwood came to be. Does she suspect a connection?
Well, maybe you should go ask her yourself. Well, the recollection said they created the forest. She said we might find more seeds east of Left Wheel. Are we wanting really to go get more seeds? If it
I would
affected
want to
you...
hold another one.
Yeah, so see, why do we want to go get more seeds if you were so affected by it? I'm not going to hold any of them.
That's not far from Hope Root, our new settlement. Count Calantius has refused our offers of cooperation, so I cannot assist you directly. But if you learn anything more that you feel I should know, find me at Hope Root.
Okay, alrighty. We'll check in at Hope Root if we learn anything more.
Hope Root lies to the north of Vashabar, just before you enter the devastated region. I'll be there, supervising the establishment of our next settlement. Good luck to you, adventurer.
How many settlements you need? Are you really a king?
I am the leader of the
it does seem a
Dawnwood
strange
settlements
thing.
of
King of the
Vashabar and
forest.
Hope Root. The Bosmer I lead wanted no further part in the endless struggle for the Imperial throne. So when the Green extended the forest north into Westweald, I saw it as a sign.
So you don't honor the Sylvanar, I suppose, and the Green Lady.
You just decided to found a kingdom in Westweald.
Yes, indeed, and put on, what have you got on your head? A belt that you cut down to size? Well, you just decided to found a kingdom in Westweald, as me mate
The lands
said.
between Skingrad and Kvatch were all but abandoned after the troubles of the last decade. The Strid Vale was a frontier ready to be settled. When the Green extended the forest, I led my people out of Sylvanar to build a new home here.
How'd you get all these elves? Yes. We're
How
thinking
did you get
the
all these
same
elves
thing.
To follow you?
Yes,
Great minds.
how did you? How did
I am
you?
the son of a noble family of Sylvanar, House Rill.
Belt King.
Under the Second Empire, we ruled with little interference from Cyrodiil or Eldenroot. Many elves still remember those days with fondness. I accepted this crown when the people offered it to me.
Well, I can't imagine that you would be leaving the Sylvanar and turn your back on the Sylvanar and the Green Lady. I mean, okay, I understand that some wood elves here don't follow the Green Pack. I mean, myself looks at it and wonders if it's too antiquated and maybe perhaps needs a little modifying and brought into modern practice with just the thinking of food and all that. I mean, my stomach gets tired of eating the meat, and it's been a long while since I've been wanting to eat any of my own people. And enemies taste foul to me. I don't like the taste of an enemy. So I'm having trouble digesting the meat, as you see. And I don't like it fermented and hanging in a bag. Although I have to tell you, what's the name of me house again? It's Boulder Creek? Is that it? No, Boulder something.
The Boulder Tree Refuge.
Yes, that. I have a little funny little creature that I'm getting ready to stuff in a bag and ferment, but I'll tell you what, I'm not even thinking I like the smell of him alive. Why would I like the smell of him when he's dead and
You don't like
fermented?
the smell alive. Once they're fermented, the smell is 10 times worse.
10 times worse, and it doesn't matter how many herbs or other things you put in there to pack a punch of scent around it. It's still... Well, alrighty.
All are welcome in Dawnwood, no matter their beliefs. Some follow the Green Pact, others seek a new path, the Dawn Way.
We've heard of that.
The roots of the Dawn Way are all around us, which is why I think the Green provided this new forest and led us here.
The roots? You mean those twisted roots, those giant spiraling twisted roots are Dawn Way?
Were you not aware that we stand upon the realms of the Saliak? You may call them aliens. They are the ancestors of my people. The ruins all around are not their legacy. No, their legacy
You call
are the Bosmer.
Baragon the
Alien
hero
blood
of
runs
Liglinia
through our
Pass.
veins.
Why is that?
Yes,
Like many
indeed.
Bosmer, I am acquainted with the heroic tales of Baragon Sharpdagger. I spotted him in our town recently and made sure to refresh myself on his exploits. He saved many Bosmer at Ninglinir, or so I hear. You should
Well,
ask
what
him
you're
about it.
forgetting, you should know that we were there assisting him, so why aren't we part of your memory? Are you part of the recollection?
He has no recollection of it.
He doesn't. Alright, I think we've said everything we want to. Look at back here.
We'll meet you near
Is a
Leftwheel,
jewelry
friend.
box.
If there's another seed there, we need to find it.
Perhaps there's a belt in there for his queen to wear.
Look at him back here's a trunk. Everything. They don't share very nicely here. Everything is not for the taking. Me fingers want maybe what's in that trunk. Alright.
Well, you don't have to follow the rules. You can just take it.
Go ahead. I'll watch you take it. I'll distract over here. Woohoo! Hello! Hello over here. Look at me. Look at me. Are you looking at me? Are you talking to me, King?
Hope Root lies to the north of Vashabar, just before you enter the devastated region.
What did you get?
I got a belt.
No, did you indeed?
It's a girdle.
Get a belt?
Indeed. I wonder who's going to wear it on their head.
Oh, that's funny. I think you should become the next wearer of the kingdom. Right there on your head. Here, pull off that skeleton mask of yours and put the belt around your head.
How many times I got to tell you it's not a mask? It's my head.
Tribune Alea, what you have
You were
to
in there
say
for a while?
this?
What did Nantharian have to say?
Well, he said that the Count Calantius has refused his offers to work together.
The Count doesn't know Nantharian. He and his wood elves showed up right after the new forest appeared without so much as a by your leave. Is it any wonder the Count doesn't trust him? Did Nantharian say anything about the recollection?
Well, what do you think I should say to her? He doesn't think any of his people are involved, which is we already know is a lie, because Solera will, or whatever her name is part of his group and a recollector. Well, he asked us to report to him if we learn any more.
Not involved. Of course he'd say that. As for reporting to Nantharian, that depends on what we find. I serve Count Calantius and the Legion, not some self-declared king.
He is indeed, isn't he?
Let's meet at the spot the Green Speaker
Belt
indicated
King.
and go look for that seed.
Belt King. He's the Belt King. We'll see you there. Let's see if we can ditch them. Ah, look,
Right.
here's a very austere looking. Oh, is he a main, do you suppose? That we've got a main in our midst, do you suppose that? Well, I
It
don't
could be.
know.
I don't keep up with the politics of the Khajiit.
Well, I don't either, but sometimes when you think one's in front of you looking the way this one is, that he must be the main. Or maybe self-proclaimed main. I don't know. I don't care. I'm leaving. Bye.
Perhaps if he puts a belt on his head, he can call himself the king of the Khajiit.
All right, let me take... I don't know. Let me look at our journal here and let me see what my notes say for me. Well, we've got a couple of things we could be doing. First of all, seeds of suspicion. We need to go find the wild bird scene, but we also need to go talk to the fathers. But we also need to look for Bill and his despair, and we also need to flock together.
We've got a lot of things to do.
I think we should just go seeds of suspicion and find that Wilbird scene. What do you think?
As much as I don't want to carry another one, I'm willing to do it. Let's go find the wild bird seed and see what happens.
Oh, wild bird. What do I call it? I call it something rather strange. You know, we've got quite a distance to be traveling now, and we can't magic ourselves through a way shrine. So maybe we come across some more adventure on our way there.
That sounds like a solid plan. Let me take a look at the map here.
Take a look at the map and you'll see I'm telling them the truth, that you don't believe me.
I believe you. I just wasn't sure where we're headed. Apparently we're going to follow the road and go north.
I know, so
we'll
where's
see where the road takes us.
Are you on the road? Are you on the road? I guess you are.
Maybe. Hard to say, really. Doesn't
It's
look
hard
like
to
it.
say.
I think we have to go back this way.
Oh wait, we don't have to go very far. If we look on the map again, there's to the left. We can go talk to the village, the fathers, the two fathers. To the right, we can go talk to the other father. Should we just go talk to the fathers right now?
I suppose
we're
we're right here. Go hand them this jogger before I drink more of it.
I know, that's dangerous stuff it is. And you're slurring your words now, I must tell you. So I'm gonna come. You are. You're not making sense to me. Oh, look, he's right up here. Here's one. Here's one right up here. Did you follow me now, or did you get lost?
Oh, no, I'm right beside you, woman.
All right here. Hello.
If
Green
Reach needs
speaker.
a stranger, welcome. What
Yes.
can this old green speaker do for you?
Is it my imagination, or does it look like he's had his horns removed?
Well, indeed, he has had his horns removed. Why have you had your horns? Oh my God, maybe I shouldn't ask. I don't want
Perhaps
to hear
he's at
us.
an age where he's no longer horny.
Oh, that's a funny one. I'll remember that for next time. And before we get down to business, how about we share a mug of Jaga? It's Cyril's best.
My sister sent you? Yeah, with Jaga, no less, eh? Well, what's my sister up to this time? Well, I'll drink with you, stranger, and I'll hear what you have to say. Cyril does make some mighty fine Jaga.
Yes, indeed she does. Well, we came to tell you
Bad news.
that Lainey, yes, it's bad news because of your impertinent attitude, but yes, and behavior. And Lainey plans to leave the village so she and Clindagal can wed.
Rabbit dung! Laney will be our next green speaker. Has she never abandoned her duty to the green? Damn Mint and his Dawnway spawn! Are there weeds in our garden? I won't allow this marriage. I'll make that clear to Laney. As soon as I finish this jogger.
Well, enjoy the rest of your Jaga. Thank you for talking to us. That's one dad down. He doesn't have a very liberal mind, I'd say. He's very rigid.
Certainly see why they're having troubles. He didn't even listen to what we said.
Nope, he just gulped his Yaga down. Where's the other father? I think the other father's up here.
Now, wouldn't it be something if the Jaga was actually poisonous and we just killed him? And then we killed the other one, and then they could get married and stay here.
That would be quite a hoot. Indeed it would.
I wonder if each side would blame the other, and then we'd have a family feud on our hands.
Oh, a family feud would be funny indeed. Indeed it would. Where we go to talk to this one? I don't know. I'm a bit lost now.
The paths are a bit hard to follow.
They kind of like these. Oh, I think in here? No, maybe not. I think you're following, didn't it? Oh,
it's right over here. Here we are.
Oh, look at this. Come here. Did you see this real quick?
I
want one of these. I want this. I want the water in the cauldron. Why can't we have this? I love this. This is very nice. These are funny. You know, what are these? These have masks put on them. Do you see that? They've got skeleton.
They've got some
they're
kind
like
of fake
you.
skull on them.
They're like you.
Are the antlers natural? Oh, they
This
are.
one's trying to be like Ifri. I want one of these. I want one of these right here. I want one
very
of
cool.
these. I do. It's like a Spriggan horse with a.
It is
mask.
like that. It's a friggin' Spriggan.
It's a friggin' Spriggan. But I want one of these too. I want one of these cauldrons filled with water. I do indeed. I do. I want a lot of things I'm seeing this day.
We're going to need to make a whole lot more coin.
Well, maybe.
All right,
maybe
buckle
not.
up. We're going to talk to this father.
All right.
Here we go.
You talk to this one. I'm tired of talking to dads that don't listen.
Hello, Minth. Nice to make your
a
acquaintance.
visitor to our fair village. Perhaps you'd like to hear about the Dawnway, the new path forward for Bosma and Vashabar.
Well, now I
can tell
appreciate
you
your
all about it.
enthusiasm for the Dawnway. But before we get down to business, how about we share a mug of Jaga? It's Cyril's best. I've
Indeed
got
it
another
is.
conversation topic for you.
From Cyril? For me?
Yes.
What's this all about, stranger?
Well, we've come to tell you that Clindago plans to leave the village so he and Lenai can wed.
Ridiculous. Clindagal belongs here. I want him to see the world from the top of the canopy, not the bottom of the forest floor. To see the world as our King Nantharian sees it. Our king plans for the future, for our people, for Vashabar.
He can't marry her and support the village at the same time.
No, he can't marry the daughter of a Green Speaker. The outdated customs of the Green Pact have held my people back for far too
Well,
long.
I have been seeing
I understand
that
what you and
sort
Cyril tried to do here, but my mind is made up. Now excuse me. I need to find my son.
Well,
enjoy the rest of your jaga. And thank you for talking to me.
Imagine, Dad. He is just as bad as both sides are bad.
Well, now I am hoping that there's poison in the mugs.
Indeed. I think I want to take what's in this one right here. Talk to him while I steal his belongings.
How's the jaga? I've heard it's quite good this time of year. Never know what you're going to get in a new forest, though. Do you?
Alright, I got me things. I've got I got something called a refreshing something or other, a tool. Like a recollection tool. But it's called
the refresher?
Yeah. Oh, look, now we have to go over here and talk to somebody. I don't know who we have to talk to, but somebody... Oh, it's Cyril again.
She's getting ready to leave. Oh no, that's the aunt.
Are you leaving?
There you are.
Where are you going?
I've got a good start on gathering supplies for Laney and Clendergall. How was your chat with the old goats?
Oh, old goats indeed they are. Well...
We gave them the jaga and told them about the marriage.
Yes.
But did they change their minds?
No.
Those two could give lessons in cussedness to a timber mammoth. And now they'll be looking for the loving couple. Damn. My niece can't leave. If only... If their fathers won't budge, can we convince Laney and Clendergall to stay?
Tell, why would they stay if they can't get married?
I know those two. They'd never be happy as outcasts. If they stay, there's always a chance we can sort this out. I still need to work on these supplies. Would you be willing to talk to some friends of the families? Get them to encourage patience?
Oh my God. This is a family affair indeed.
We got more people to talk to. I suppose we could do that. But who should we speak with?
Gandelion. He's Laney's grandfather. Helped her walk for the first time. And Melaniel. Clendergall's tutor with a blade. Both of them should be nearby. Thank you, traveller. There's a stiff brew with your name on it once we get this sorted.
Oh, that's what you wanted to hear, isn't it, Taryn?
Indeed it is. A stiff brew.
All right. Yes, we'll see if Gundelian and Melaniel, I don't say those names right, but would be willing to help us. We'll go talk to them. Well,
it's getting more and more suspicious to me.
What I think is happening here, really, there's foul. There's something foul.
I think there's something in the jaga.
I think there is indeed.
I knew it didn't taste right.
Does it leave a bitter taste in your mouth now, does it?
Just more of a funny taste. It's just not the type of taste I'm used to.
Well, can you describe how it's tasting?
It almost tastes like lies.
Lies indeed.
Well, here we are. Someone to talk to here.
Look at this lovely lady standing out here in the middle of nowhere, just singing her heart's delight. She's asking us to protect the green.
Here's an acorn for your trouble. Thank you for the song.
Thank you. You're so good. You gave her an acorn, and don't you know that's penalty of death? You just gave her a death
a visitor on a mission, like a ringtail after a
I didn't care for her singing much.
Gundelian, I suppose it's you.
A new face in Vashabar, beautiful like the pelt of a scent tiger cub, fresh from the den and curious about the world.
Oh. Well, Cyril asked us to speak with you. Lene and Glendagal are going to leave the village, you know.
No! What? No! All of a sudden I'm back, holding Laney's hand as she takes a shaky step like a fawn in a glade. Oh, my heart. This is because of their fathers, isn't it?
This guy's
Nidalee,
queer.
you foolish old man.
He definitely uses very poetic language, doesn't he?
He doesn't. He kind of goes in and out of this time and the past time, and he's all of a sudden I'm back, and he was back with the baby, and he was acting like he was rubbing her hair. And
Well, you know you can't trust anyone who wears overalls without a shirt underneath.
Well, that's true. And look he has a half green face and a half white face.
Right, he's two-faced. I wonder which face he's showing us now with this
He's
flowery language.
two-faced. Indeed.
I don't
that's
trust him.
Cyril was hoping you might ask the couple to stay.
I can't, stranger. I'm sorry. I teach the children if they want to leave, they should. It would be wrong to say different to Lainey. I'll go find Cyril. Perhaps I can see the couple before they leave town.
Well, we'll see you later, then.
Oh, I'm like a litter of fisher pups on the inside, all flailing limbs and lashing tails.
The language
I can't believe Lainey thinks she has to leave town. Her father will be heartbroken. If raised tears, I'll be heartbroken.
What do you do here in Bashabar?
Thank you for asking. I'm a part of the
Yes.
Valenwood faithful, an aide to the green speakers, advisor to spinners, and tutor for the village
dear,
children.
indeed.
Would you like to
Oh,
hear
dear,
my
indeed.
favorite thing about the Green Pact?
Well, you're going to tell us whether we want to or not, I suppose. Tell us.
People in distant lands like to focus on our eating habits, or what we think about fallen trees. The truth is, the Green Pact is a way of inviting the forest into our lives, into our hearts. And that just makes me so happy.
And what can you tell us about the green speakers? Do you want to?
Of course! Green
agree.
speaking is a beautiful art, an extension of the deepest mysteries in Ifrei worship. Some mages use it like you'd wield a hammer, as a tool. In our clan, we dedicate ourselves fully to hearing the singer, to weaving the trees.
Interesting. So what you're saying to us is that everyone in Bashabar is a green speaker.
No, not everyone has the aptitude for magic. Or perhaps, like a songbird in
What?
the highest
Bosmere?
branch, the
All
storyteller's
Bosmere are
tune is
magic?
too
What
faint
do you
to
mean?
hear. But for those with the gift, we celebrate it in a way few still do in Valenwood.
Well, I suppose what's your favorite thing about the Green Path?
People in distant lands like to focus on our eating habits, or what we think about fallen trees. The truth is, the Green Pact is a way of
You're
inviting
outta
the
here,
forest
this.
into our lives,
Do I dare ask
into our
about the
hearts.
children?
And that just makes me so happy.
What exactly do you teach the children?
Many things. Oh, many things. Children don't know not to be curious, you see. A timber pig in a truffle den. Geography,
dear.
politics, the ways of the green. I'm even a fair hand at cooking when I put my mind to it.
It's a wide range of subjects.
It is
I have to wear
indeed.
many hats. Hats on hats. We're a small community, and we want our children to make good choices, to be ready for the world. And if they choose to leave someday, well, perhaps they will return and bring the world back with them.
Well, goodbye, thanks. I wonder why he needs to wear so many hats. I mean, after all, can't other people wear some of the hats? Can't he share some of the roles? Does he have to hog them all?
I just wish he'd wear a shirt.
I just wish he'd have one color of a face.
Well, that was
All right.
most disturbing. We've got one more
That
to
was.
talk to. Shall we head over and talk to Melaniel?
Yes, I'll follow you now.
Oh, good. I don't know where way around this village either.
Well, you're following it better than I am. I seem to get lost at every turn.
Well, here we are now.
Another student, perhaps?
Well,
Hanging out with
hello.
the King Belt
Bella,
himself.
Are you looking to practice the blade? In the mood for a sparring match?
Cyril asked us to speak with you. Glindegal and Lonnie are going to leave town.
Glendigal? Leave? But the village is freshly grown. And it feels like just yesterday I was helping him choose a training blade. I know how much he loves that young woman. If they think they have to leave town to be married, well...
Well, Cyril hoped you might convince the couple to stay.
No, I'm sorry. If they want to go, I respect their decision. But... maybe old Spinnabel Wellis might be able to help you.
Oh,
He's keeper of the Wilderhall here in Vashabar.
Well...
How could Spinnabel Wellis help?
The Dawnway teaches us that knowledge of the past can build a path to the future. Our Wilderhall holds all the old knowledge of our clan. Maybe there's something in there that could help Lainey and Clendigal find happiness.
I suppose we could go speak to Spinner. Bellows.
Maybe there's still some way forward here. What is a marriage but a hope for a better tomorrow? And Vashabar itself is a symbol of hope.
So, what do you do in Vashabar?
I'm an accomplished blade dancer, and work with Minth as an envoy of the Dawnway. Before we left Valenwood, I taught everyone who asked the way of the sword. Wish I'd had a chance to do more.
Well, you know what blade dancer means,
Bit
don't
of a pompous
you?
term for someone that's good at fighting with a sword, innit? I heard it from a high elf in mixed training at a Dominion base. I kinda liked it, so I made it my own.
Aha, so you're committed to the Dawnway
With my whole heart. I saw more than enough during my time with the Dominion military to know we need a better tomorrow. A glimmering dawn on the horizon.
But why are we asking her if she's a blade dancer when we already know that? Just suppose
We
we're
have
done
to ask her
talking.
where we can find the spinner.
Where
Bit
can
of
we
a
find
pompous
the
term for
spinner?
someone that's good at fighting with a sword, innit?
Well,
with my whole heart. Bit of a
Looking on
pompous
me map.
with my whole bit of a pompous term.
I think... Where is the spinner? Not far from where we are, is that correct?
Oh, that is correct. Looks to be quite close.
Oh, indeed, just down the way. Oh,
Telling you what, I bet that Jaga was poisoned.
you think? You really think so?
Ah,
Where's
the
Cyril? Did she go
outsider.
running off?
How goes your quest?
Oh, here's the spinner. Bit of a shady-looking character, isn't he?
I've seen you running to and fro, traveller. On a quest to help our young couple, I believe. How goes
How
the
would
journey?
you know that? Well, I don't know. How goes the? How
It's
goes
not
our
going
journey?
well. We're supposed to go find a seed up in the north. We're trying to remove this curse off my head. And now we've got this young couple in love who can't marry. And so we're here to talk to you about it. They want to leave the village so they can be wed. I'm sure you've heard of
Nedalier will not bend. Minth will not sway. They revere our culture, but learn
So
nothing
culture
from the
is
trees.
culture is culture.
If the couple chooses to leave, I will not speak against them. Every living being must be allowed to grow as it wills. So says Ifri, so say I.
Oh, you all are so supportive, and yet they're fearful of leaving. One of the villagers mentioned a place called the Wilderhall.
It is
What's
a
this?
repository of knowledge from Valenwood, a connection to the deep history of our people. I hoped the singer might send you my way. I believe a text from the hall may offer a solution. Seek out a scroll called The Rite of Propagation.
The rite of propagation sounds right funny. It does.
It does indeed. What does it do precisely?
It allows a Bosmer community to determine its future, to step in where growth has stagnated. If Lainey and Clendigal perform the rite, Vashabar can make its voice known. And not even Nedalier or Minth can silence the voice of the village.
Well, I suppose we should look into this rite in the Winterhall. What do you think?
I suppose we should.
All right,
Thank you,
thanks.
Spinner.
The Wilderhall is just east
Oh,
of
he's
here.
going on and
The
on
rite
again.
may be just what Lainey and Clendigal need, what Vashabar needs. I suggest you take it over to Cyril when you find the text. She'll be instrumental in enacting the rite.
Huh, that's grand, thanks. And what are you doing, Vashabar?
I am a healer, a scholar, and a spinner.
Oh,
By
they all
aiding the
wear
people
many
of Vashabar,
titles.
I tend to the future. As keeper of the Wilderhall, I tend to the past.
Do you have a special connection to Lonnie and Clynda
You could say that. As a healer, I assisted in both their births. Lainey took command of the room the moment she drew breath. Clendagal came out fighting. I was also there when they lost their mothers. For every bright day, there is a dark one.
Wait, both mothers died in childbirth?
That's awfully suspicious.
Suspicious to me too. Why don't you have a midwife here? What's a man doing delivering babies? What do you know of the birthing process anyway? And why do you tend the Witherhall?
Why not me? I'm of the opinion that if you believe something is important, you don't leave it in the hands of others. The green provides, traveler. But it often needs help from mortal hands.
Can I ask you some questions about this rite of propagation? I don't understand what it means,
It is
or
an
what it does, or
ancient
why.
rite, rarely practiced today. From a time when the supporting branches and vines of culture and custom could, on occasion, strangle new growth in its bed. The people of Valenwood have progressed since then. Somewhat.
Huh. Somewhat. So why haven't they already performed the
I
rites?
doubt they know it exists. Both of them came in
Yes,
to read the text
exactly.
on occasion, but they live busy lives. The past is
no,
not
don't
Lainey's
say
focus,
this.
and Clendagal's mind
They're
drifts to
too
much more
busy.
ancient days.
I see.
Yeah, this is part of our culture, but they're too
Right.
busy to do it.
So
I
why
think-
did you wait until now, when we are here, to suggest it?
The couple had no plans to leave until now. If Nedelia and Minth are superseded
I
by the
wonder how
rite
they got
and their
that
children
idea
wed,
into their
those
heads.
two will not be pleased. But they'll listen to the will of the village. Desperate times call for obscure rites, as it were.
And you're sure their fathers won't object to this?
We're not here
Without
for a big
doubt,
fight.
Nedelia is a respected green speaker, and Minth a key member of the Dawnway. They invoke the meaning and weight of our culture every time they open their mouths. If their children invoke a Valenwood rite, they will listen.
Well, what do you think? I suppose we'll go talk.
I guess
Or
we'll go to the
the-
hall itself and see if we can find anything out about this rite of propagation then. Help these
Yeah,
two
I
lovers
think-
get on their way.
Goodbye. I think it's over this way. I see it already. I see a blue flame glowing by its door. Oh, you took a shortcut, did you? You
Through the garden.
You wanted to beat me to the door, did you? Uh-huh. I see how that goes. Look it. Look it. What are you doing facing the wall? You suddenly took a turn to the right and stuck your face in the wall. I think you're wanting that mask to come off.
You realize I've only got one good eye socket, right? I've got to spin
Well-
about and have a look. I want to make sure we're safe.
How did that happen again to you? What did the person do to you? Look at, there's all kinds of books we should be looking at. Oh, I
stop
like
it.
this. This is
Ooh,
nice.
I'm looking for the rights. This is a very nice looking place.
Yes, it is.
And if you
let's
must
see.
have me tell the story again, I stole some gold that I shouldn't have taken, and the next thing I know, I wake up and my face is all bone.
Well, all right, here. This is the Green Lady's Primer for Children. I think you need to read this. I think we need to read it out loud. Do you want to read it or do you want me to?
Oh, we could switch off. How about that? I'll do a paragraph and you do the next, and then I take the one after.
Oh, that's a grand idea.
Listen now, fair children, to the song story I tell. I am the Green Lady. Oh, sorry. Her verdant highness.
What are you apologizing for? You didn't say
Because I was
anything
speaking as a
wrong.
man, so I had to use my female voice.
Oh, I see, indeed. Okay. Do not look away. I know I am fearsome to behold. They call me the vengeance of the woods for good reason.
Green is my name, and green is my creed, as like all good children of Valenwood, I am a friend of the forest.
You sounded like a man again.
Yes, it happens.
What is the Green Pact? It is a promise, nothing more and nothing less. It is a gift that the Green gives freely in exchange for our protection and our love.
In Valenwood, our one true home, the ancient
You still
world
sound
still
like a man.
stands as it did the day that Ifri, beloved singer, took the ooze and spun the trees and the elves and the beasts into story and song.
Oh, that was much better. That was good, yeah. Okay, let us go now. Go through the different aspects of the pact. What it means, how you can follow it, and why it is important.
Remember always in your venerations, in the storyteller's name, I stand upon the bones of the world. I drink in the promise and power of nature's law and breathe out my thanks.
Oh, that's grand. That sounded just right. Perfect.
So just like a woman. Perhaps just we can use that in a stealthy mission. Oh, nobody over here but me, and I'm helpless. Perhaps that could work to our advantage.
I think it can. Oh, look it over here. We've got
more books.
The Vashabar in Valenwood and beyond. Oh, I think we should bring this one out too. It's not too long. What do you think?
Looks pretty boring.
Does it look boring? But yeah, I guess you're right. It's a boring one, not like the Green Lady.
It looks like a history book.
It is. And here's a note to King.
To the king. King Belt.
Yeah, this one. Oh, I think you should read this one out loud while I have a drink of Yaga right now.
All right, well, to put it in perspective, it's from King Cameron, from Eldenroot, the great king. He addresses the Belt King, Nantharian, saying, "What in the green are you up to? I'm livid." Oh, he's very angry. "I'm sitting here reading your damned manifesto and hearing reports of all this growth and movement. Are you trying to start another war, boy? Are you trying to get us exiled from the pack?"
Yes, this is the real king. You can hear him. Yes, this is real king.
You can feel it in the words.
Oh, yes, you can.
Well, here he goes. He says, "I've got a stack of letters here from the Queen, from Pact ambassadors, from Covenant ambassadors, 3, count them, 3 from Count Calantius alone. I want you, our representative here in Eldenroot, yesterday. Do you hear me?
Yesterday,
the governors and
you
magistrates that... Yeah, he's very angry. The governors and magistrates that make up the Thalara are demanding answers, and I can't keep stalling." Oh, yes. It's the real deal.
Yes, the real deal.
Listen to this. "Your family and I go way back, son," he says. "You know as well as I do that we're always on a thin branch with these people. Please don't make my job any harder than it already is." Oh, here we go. He's going to lay it on now. "You're a loyal subject of Valenwood. I know it. I expect to hear from you soon." You have an assumptive close there. He says, "You're loyal. Yes. I know you're loyal. Prove it by reaching out to me." That is a kingly way right there.
Oh, and also, I expect, that's a command. I expect to hear from you
That's a real king there. I bet he's not wearing a belt on his head. He probably has a
he's wearing a crown. Yes, he does. Or at least the horns of the green wood.
Right.
Yes.
What do we have?
I don't know. We got
look, it's the right to propagation. Here it is.
This is what we're looking for. I think you should read this one out loud too.
Right to propagation says that stagnation stands against the green. Iefer teaches that the growth must be allowed lest a forest choke itself on its very roots. If that is so the case, enact the right to propagation and unburden then a village of that which holds it back. And then it talks about how to do the rites.
Well,
good, it's got the instructions right there.
Oh, let's hear it.
Oh, I'm afraid it disappeared on me.
Oh, all right, I'll read that part. To enact the rite, find a symbol of you to the village, an object that means you to the community, and stand together as supplicants before the village. Ask the community what it wills, if it stands at your side or if it does not. If the community stands with you, your life's growth is in the hands of the village. If not, the matter of which you brought before the village will not stand. In either case, respect the will of the village, for the village is the forest, and the forest is the green. That's simple enough. You get just a vote from the village. That's it.
Pretty much.
Present your case. Say, here's what I want. What do you think? And they make a decision. It's simple. That's
Well,
not
I'm
a
glad
big
we came in
grind.
to look for the rights because we learned what the true king thinks about the situation.
Oh, the true king is livid. He's livid.
He's very angry, and rightfully so. A forest out of nowhere, a brand new king. What was he thinking?
Oh, well, not a self-proclaimed king.
From a merchant family, no less. Not
That's
royal
it.
blood, a wealthy
Not royal.
merchant family.
Not groomed to be a king.
No,
but
not
just
chosen by divinity or the green.
No, just one day waking up and saying, I'm going to be a king now. I've decided. Give me that belt. I'm going to...
Scandalous.
Scandalous indeed. Oh. All right,
It looks
let's
like
go
we need to go
the-
talk to Cyril again, shall we?
I think we should, and get this matter put to rest.
Sounds good, and we might get some
I
rest
think-
ourselves afterwards.
All righty, let's go up here. I think she's up here. Let's see, where's her bear garden? Is this it right here? I think the bear garden's here. No,
Last
don't
I saw
see
her, though, she was loading the packs on that mount. Do you
Oh,
remember?
she was indeed.
She looks like she's
She
making
was-
a quick getaway.
I think she wants
because
to get
she
away from here.
poisoned the fathers.
Oh, that would be fun if she did that. Hello, Agawin Cyril. We come back.
Singer be praised. You're back. What did they say?
Well, Lanny and Clindagal may not have to leave after all.
It's
Take
true.
a look at this.
Look at... Oh, right. Ah, don't. Ah, Ifra's arse. This is amazing.
I like
Where
her.
did you dig up this
She
relic?
likes to curse, doesn't she?
She
It
does.
was
I like her.
Spinabel
She's after
Welles,
me
wasn't
own
it?
heart.
Canny old goat. Ha! What a find. Nice work, traveller.
Huh. Well, one of the villagers mentioned we should speak to him, and Spinner Bellowas came through.
I never even thought to ask him. Brilliant. Go tell the loving couple.
Oh my
In the
God.
meantime, I'll gather Minth and
Could you never
Nedelier,
think to
as
ask
many
him?
others as I can.
I don't know.
If Laney and Clendigal are going
much
to
jogging.
ask the village to
think
decide,
so.
we need the whole village to be present.
But where are you? Where are Laney and
With the
Clindagal?
father's hunting for them.
What?
I told Laney and Clem to hide out. They have a little love nest in an overgrown ruin on the southern edge of town. I bet they're there. Tell them what you found. Vashabar will be waiting when you return.
I mistook. I thought she said that they were hunting with their fathers.
No, they're hiding. Hiding in the
They're
love nest.
hiding.
They're
Yes,
hunting
all right.
their father. If we catch
We'll
him, we're going
see.
to make him drink this poison jaga.
We'll see you soon, Cyril. Let's go get that couple and tell them to get their butts back in here now. Well, you know, it's all your fault. You know that, don't
Is
you?
it now?
Well, think of it. You're the one that told them they could leave.
Well,
You're
that's
the
true.
one that you put that bright idea into their noggins.
Well, they can leave.
This isn't much of a hideaway right here in the middle of the village.
This is not good. I've seen better hiding places doing hide and go
Then we
seek.
make for Varen's wall.
I know.
Right. From there, we head for Anvil. But it's...
Hello.
Oh, traveller.
This place is beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, I'm talking to her
You
first.
should talk to Clendigal.
Are you now?
He's normally easygoing,
Well, I
but he's so
accidentally clicked
tense
on her
right now.
before
I'm
his
worried he's
arrow
going
appeared.
to bud.
All right, I'll talk to Glendigal. Okay, I
I
got
see
him
Cyril
going.
found you. This is a happy place for us, traveller. I hope you've come with
I
news
bet
to
it's
match.
a happy place for you. Now we have something for you to see. Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
An old scroll.
It is old. Just read it.
I've never heard of this before. The rite of propagation. We gather some symbols, present them to friends and family, and
Yes.
ask the village what it thinks we should do.
What they
Traveller,
think. Yeah,
with this, we might not have to leave.
Yeah, well, yes, well, it was that shirtless spinner Bellowas' idea. Yes, and Cyril is already gathering the villagers.
The spinner? I didn't even know he liked me.
Well,
Thank
now
you.
you do.
You have no idea what this means to us. We've been on a blade's edge since we spoke. We've already asked you for so much. If
you
you're
have
willing,
indeed.
do you have time to help us gather our symbols?
Oh my God, are you serious, young man? You want us to gather your symbols for you? This is something of a personal nature. Oh, what are you thinking?
I suppose we
The
can help them,
Dawnway
but
means
perhaps we
so
have to
much
rest
to me
before
and my
we do.
family. It draws
All
from
right.
Ayleid culture, and there are several
Why
Ayleid
don't we
ruins
just tell him yes and
nearby.
then we'll stall?
A mosaic
Sure,
from the
what are
ancient
you
empire
thinking
of the
about them
Heartland Elves
symbols?
would perfectly represent me to the village.
Are we going to go outside and change our minds right now? We need a minute to talk. We'll be right back. We're gonna
Pardon us.
Yeah, we're gonna step outside. We'll be back in a flash. In
Just a moment.
Two shakes of a
stick.
Of a stick, and don't.
Okay, now that we're out, run, go.
Where are we going?
We're escaping. We're not going to deal with this problem. It's not our problem.
Where are we going?
Well, as you can see, the sun is getting ready to set down there. Perhaps we should find a
is.
place to rest for the eve.
But where are we going? We could just stay in there and rest in there.
Oh, in their happy place, I'm sure they'd be thrilled.
Why not? We've been helping them. We could tell them to start scouting for their symbols, and we'll follow along, and then we could just rest.
All right, that sounds good to me.
Does that sound like a good
It's
plan?
dangerous out here and that they can't leave and we'll just stay in there for the night.
Oh yeah, that's a grand idea.
They'll never know.
You tell them. I'll listen.
Okay. Oh, this is not a safe place. There's another random person in here.
Oh, he's looking very scary indeed. He. What is he? Is he a dark elf or is he a wood elf? A tall one. I'm gonna get right in his face.
It's hard to tell.
He doesn't know I'm right in his face, but look at his eyes. He's got diamond eyes.
Clondoggle, I think we need to spend the night here. It's very dangerous outside. There's some angry recollection people coming through town, and you never know what they're going to do. So I suggest we bunker down for the night, and tomorrow we'll gather the symbols, and then we'll take them over and do the right.
Yeah, so I'll just cuddle down right over here in this little nook, and I'll go for a rest. Do you have any food, by the way? I've got yaga here, but do you have any food we might have? What's this? This is a cooking fire here. I can cook us up something.
Well, believe it or not, I've still got some cheese from the last time.
Well, I can make us something. I can do fishy sticks, or hunter's pie, or pan-fried trout, or rabbit pasty, roast pig, roast venison, or tarragon chicken.
Now, you offer me roast pig, and you notice I haven't seen your pet around since you milked it. I'm a bit worried about your pig. Are we eating your pet pig?
No, we're not eating my pet pig.
Well, that's a relief.
Is this the one you want? You want some roasted pig?
It sounds good. I'm craving the meat.
All right, hold on. I'm getting you some roasted pig here. Now, for dessert, would you like to have, or side dish, would you like to have, oh wait, hold on a second. For fruit dishes, I've got some bananas I picked up, of course a melon that fell from the vine, and then there were some green tomatoes that fell, and some melon jelly that someone from outside of Vale and Wood made and gave me, and some stuffed grey leaves, and, well, okay, and I also, does any of those sound good to you?
Honestly, I think I'll stick to the rabbit and some jaga.
Okay, wait, I also have some vegetable dishes. I've got baked potato, or carrot soup, or galan garlicky greens. I know you'd like those. I also have port and cheese fries.
Well, now you talked me into it. Some of them garlicky greens sound just delightful with rabbit.
They do indeed. Okay, and then let me see. One other thing. Let's see. For savories, I do have some pumpkin bunny.
Pumpkin bunny, you say?
Yeah, or I have candy Chester coins for dessert.
There we go. That's a different flavor. Let's do that for dessert, the coins.
All right. Now, one other thing. Let's see. Let me look at me drinks. I know you got the yaga, but you might need something to calm down. So I thought maybe a tea. Maybe a tea sounds good. I've got the honeyberry tea, the jasmine tea, the lotus tea, the mint chai, the rose herbal tea, the sunflower tea.
Oh, the herbal tea sounds good. It sounds like a nice little aperitif afterwards.
The rose herbal tea, this one.
That sounds good. We get the garlicky and the savory of the rabbit, and then the floral of the tea to top it all off.
Indeed, I have that. Now let's see. I can also make an apple display, a common bowl of stew display, green grapes, red gourd kebabs, and sugar pumpkin wax, and common candles. Any of those sound good?
Well, I definitely don't want to eat any candles, so perhaps I'll just stick with the greens, the rabbit, and the tea, if you don't
All
mind.
right.
But thank
now
you
hold
kindly.
on. Let me give you these things. If you could step back from... Oh, wait, you're good. You're good. Let me do this trade with you so you've got the good food. There. Just accept me invite, and I'll give you your food. Licks. Just licks. Okay, there's some candy. Coin. Just your coins. Your dessert first. Your greens. There's your greens. Oh, roast piggy. Oh yeah, you should like that. And some rose herbal tea. And there you go.
Oh, it looks delightful. I found this recipe for tomato soup. Perhaps you'll use it.
Oh, tomato soup is grand. Just grand. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's sit down maybe right here with our backs against the wall and eat this feast I've made up for us. And then we'll go to sleep, and in the morning we'll wake up and we'll
help them with the rites of propagation.
Yeah, well, when you say that, it makes me think of something else. But
Indeed,
yeah,
it does sound a bit perverting.
Let me sit down right here and join you. All right, here we go. Hey, I'm gonna make my mouth full, so I'm not gonna talk anymore, because I'm gonna start munching. Well, everyone, this is Flower Child 567, and you have been entertained by none other than Stretch and
Hey, yay!
And we're so happy you tuned in. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. Have a wonderful holiday weekend. Be safe.
Yeah. Happy 4th of July. Bye, everyone. See
Bye.
you next week. Bye-bye.
Share their bounty, traveler.